What's up, brothers?
What's up?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Brothers in Orange and Blue. I'm your host and brother Zachary Smouse, and these are my talking heads Terry Rattle and Duke Boynton.
No, that way.
No, wait a minute.
Whatever.
The GD camera's backwards, so it's all funky.
Yeah, so if I want to point at Zach, I point that way.
Right.
If I want to point at Duke, I point that way.
No, point that way for Zach. That way for Terry.
There you go.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Right?
Yeah, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Sure.
There we go. Like, share, and subscribe.
Please.
Just do it.
That's right.
Not affiliated with Nike.
No.
Oh, well, crap. How you guys been?
Not too bad. Don't worry. This hat's Reebok.
So we won't be in trouble.
Yeah. No, it was good. Beautiful out here today, man.
Nice.
It's like 32 Fahrenheit, no wind, sunny.
Nice.
It's supposed to snow, but no clouds. Nice.
Yeah, I think that storm front you guys are going to be getting, we're expected here Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's only backwards when it comes up from New Mexico, but rather than that, so far it looks like it's coming from your place.
Yeah. Probably hit the Rockies and just rolling south.
Yep.
It's windy here.
Yeah, it's really windy. I know a couple of our passes around here close it down to semi trucks because they're literally just blowing over.
Oh wow!
You know, so that's uncool.
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures today. Yeah, stuff was blown over down southern.
Yeah, it's horrible. All right, Terry, you want to kick off with the question?
Yeah. As the first move in the offseason, what do you see Paton making? Changes to the defensive side, perhaps? Yeah, well, it's going to change. The defense is not going to look the same, I think.
No.
I think he tries to keep the defensive line intact, but linebacker, cornerback, and maybe even safety.
Yeah, that's true.
Might see a few new numbers in there that we don't recognize.
Right. And let's also see what type of investigation Von Miller is under.
His girlfriend posted it on IG today that there's nothing going on with like domestic violence, and they're gonna. She kind of played it off like it was nothing. So we'll see.
You know, having been in the field for a long time, doing that way back in the day, I want to see what the cops have to say before his girlfriends. Yeah,
well, and they're just waiting.
Yeah,
Broncos are just going to wait it out, see what happens.
You have to. I mean, he's not under arrest, so that tells me right now it's just probably a hearsay thing, in my opinion. But we'll see. I mean, can that actually dictate what Denver does on his side of the ball? It could. You don't know.
What if they're investigating him for holding a baby shower and having a bunch of people over at his house when he's not supposed to?
No, that doesn't happen here. I'm not gonna lie. If that was the case, I'd have been under investigation by like 20 times now. So I don't think that was the case at all.
I'm just, throwing something out there.
It's pliable. He might be in Denver. They could do that there. Who knows? I'm going to laugh if that's the case. Zach, go for it, buddy.
I see Jackson and Boye going to be truthfully honest.
Yeah.
So you think they're gone?
Yeah.
Man, I
Unless
want
Jackson
Jackson.
wants.
I want him to stay.
Yeah, me. Well, if he takes a big pay cut,
Yeah.
keep him.
You know, but it depends on how much Simmons is going to make.
That's the thing. I think almost like keeping Jackson and Shelby Harris depends on keeping Simmons and Shelby Harris depends on how much Jackson and Miller are willing to shave off the top.
Right. Right.
Miller, I'm pretty sure he will. Jackson, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
so I think the four of them are kind of related a little bit
Right.
in that way.
5 got to throw Shelby Harris in there too.
Well, no, that's what. Yeah, Von Miller, Shelby Harris, Jackson, and Simmons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all kind of like.
So you're pretty much counting Bouye out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, plus he's still going to be suspended for like the first 2 games, right? First 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, he was suspended for 6. I think the last 4 he lost, in the first 2 is he's going to lose. So
yeah. So
I even like what happened with him. Just was an entire BS. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
yeah, look at right at the same time, Fuller and our old friend Bradley Roby got dinged like right the same week. I don't know if I can't remember seeing if they used the same trainer or whatever, but
yeah, performance enhancing drugs. Since when is St. John Wart's medication performance enhancing drugs? Jesus, God.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Man, you can't even sniff dirt in the NFL. Well, I guess you could do marijuana. I guess they're giving you a pass on that now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, small one.
Yeah, because I think that's not in performance enhancing. I think that's performance de-hancing. You don't want to go out in the field high. Although it'd be funny.
You guys don't know the name, but Ross Rebliati, Canadian snowboarder in Nagano, 1998, had a minute trace of THC in his blood when they tested him. And he might get his gold medal strip for performance enhancing drugs. I'm like, what? Like, first of all, you go to jail for like 50 years if you get caught with a joint in Japan or something like that. I haven't exactly, like, all I know is they found a little trace of THC in his blood and they kept him in the cop station for like 8 or 10 hours.
That's ridiculous.
And they're talking about taking away his gold medal
for a contact high.
Yeah, well, they had a going away party in Vancouver for him right before he left. Like, come on.
Right. Give it a break.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So, yeah, I'm glad that's kind of out the window. Guys just got to be smarter about it, though.
Oh, I agree. But, you're in the NFL, you get tested for all sorts of BS.
Yeah.
And I know he was told by somebody special, hey, look, this is approved, and it wasn't. So
that's usually how it goes.
Right.
They usually pawn it off on a doctor or somebody who's like, oh, yeah, this is cool. And then they take it and it's not.
Right. Look, if it's me, I'm contacting the NFL before I take it. Hey, is this approved?
Yeah.
And if they say no, sorry, can't do it.
Well, not even up to the player to contact you. Call your agent. Ask him. Get him to contact. Get him to do the work. That's what you pay the guy for, not just to sign you to contracts and take his percentage.
That's right.
He's the one who needs to work the phones for that.
Right.
I think
they have a fall guy.
They always just always the doctor.
Right. But the doctors don't get in trouble.
Why would they? They have a medical license.
Right. So they don't care. So I said, you're right. The agent of the player should just contact the NFL. Hey, is this approved or not? If it's approved, get it in writing.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Yeah.
the NFL said this was approved. I tested positive for it. Now they're booting me for 6 games, but I got a letter from the NFL saying, hey, you could take Anderson Cindione. You could take, whatever it is.
I think that's Goodell's signature down there.
Right. Unless the secretary signed for him. No,
You never know.
I'm sorry. Common sense ain't that common anymore.
No.
What you got, Zach?
I definitely see Paton rebuilding the secondary of the defense. I think Paton wants to build our Broncos to beat the Chiefs once again.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You gotta have a linebacker or a safety that can cover Kelsey, and you gotta have somebody for Tyreek
and Watkins.
I don't know how much longer Watkins is going to be there, but
Yeah.
Tyreek's, I think, long term. So is Kelsey and
right. I think eventually, though, teams will figure out KC's whole entire schematics.
Well, they did eventually figure out Andy Reid in Philadelphia,
right?
But Donovan McNabb was not as good of a quarterback as Mr. Mahomes.
No, I mean McNabb had his bright spots, but
yeah,
he wasn't. Yeah, well, not Mahomes.
Yeah, he wasn't a Muppet character.
Right, exactly. No. Freaking Kermit the Frog, man. The bird. The bird is the word.
Oh boy,
man.
So,
and he's making $500 million a year, and we're making fun of him on a podcast. Who won that argument?
500 million. Well,
10 years.
Only 450 of it's guaranteed, though, Duke. Only
450. Our lotto right now is at 450 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, it must suck to be an NFL quarterback nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of high expectations. I'd much rather be like a
You
Case
don't even
Keenum. Make
you don't even have to be that good. Well, Eli Manning's earned the most money out of any NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
He's got a 500 record. Yes, he's won 2 Super Bowls, and thank God they were both against Tom Brady.
Right.
FYTV.
FYTV. I don't like tuberculosis either.
No, it's a killer. So you got to be careful of that.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Dying here, guys.
Okay, we're getting off track.
It's okay. That's what we do. Since we have seen what Paton can do in draft pedigrees while his time in Minnesota, do you see him making leaps with Denver to get us back on track? Depends on what pedigree.
I think he's talking about since Peyton's been with the Vikings, they've had 22 Pro Bowlers that they've drafted. That's obviously promising.
And I'm not talking about Minnesota. I'm talking about Denver's pedigree. Is he going to be able to bolster us to get us on track? No offense. I don't give a shit about Minnesota.
No,
I know he did good there, but what's he going to do here?
That's his resume.
Right.
So
can it carry over? I think I said the other day, the proof will be in the pudding. We'll see him in action pretty soon.
Yeah.
We'll know what he's all about, probably with that first draft pick.
Well, the thing, the first quote I saw was they're going to be aggressive in pursuing talent, but not reckless.
Right.
And you know, like he brought up like obviously the draft, but like poaching roster squad or practice squad poaching
Right.
and waiver wire, like he's gonna be scouring film for that.
Right.
You know, I kind of nothing
So,
against Elway, but I can't see Elway sitting for hours
right.
watching tape on somebody.
Terry and Zach, let me ask you a question. What is your definition of reckless? You know, what will make Peyton reckless that, you know, otherwise wouldn't be?
Juwan James 2.0,
Yeah.
that kind of contract.
Yeah.
Yep. That was very reckless.
Like you're gonna play, you're always gonna pay like A+ money for a B or B+ talent in free agency.
Right.
Unless you wait till 2 weeks before training camp and there's some dude out there you still like and you get him on the cheap,
Right.
do it.
Right. Well, I think it's a fine line between reckless and balls to the wall. You know, when Denver went after Peyton Manning, they were balls to the wall with him. I don't think it was a reckless pick. Even though his last year's stats could have proved otherwise, he still was a decent pick for Denver. So I'm okay with him being aggressive in picks, going after somebody with a high caliber pedigree per se.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not okay with that Juwan James pick. There, Terry, that was a perfect example of a reckless pick because he's been a disaster for us. Unless you're on the Juwan James bandwagon, some odd reason I don't see anybody being there.
Hey, if he comes back and plays well, some will be forgiven, but not all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, Big E.
What's up, Big E? My buddy.
He went off this morning, man, on the draft picks. He's jumping. Sounds like he's
Nice.
Big E, I think, is on the Peyton train.
Good. I actually, for most of the Bronco fans that I know, not a lot of them are off that train or don't even like the pick. Zach, what you got, buddy?
And I don't think Peyton would do signings like Mark Barron.
Okay. Yeah, that Mark Barron signing was pathetic. Yeah, I agree. Right.
Well, I don't know why. Like, if you know the guy has no potential to make your squad,
right?
Yeah, exact. See you later. Like, don't sign that guy. Make sure.
Right.
What? Now, what is it? The Jets have. We were talking about the other day somebody to come in and push Drew Lock.
Right.
With the Jets basically flipping their whole staff.
Sure.
Do you think if Darnold gets released, do you think he's a guy who can push Drew Lock?
I think since he was a one-time number one pick, wasn't he?
Well, he's first round. I think he got picked 3rd or 4th overall, right after Baker Mayfield.
I think our draft capital we give up for somebody that high in the draft that was drafted at that time. I think that's an arm and a leg for us, you know. Do we want to give up that much for somebody to just push another quarterback, or do we want to give up that much for a starter? So Mr. Presley is saying the only thing that worries me about Peyton is the veteran quarterback seems brought in as Sam Bradford, Case Keenum, Peyton, thank you. Case Keenum and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, well, they traded for Sam Bradford after Bridgewater. That was when Teddy Bridgewater like basically blew his knee totally out in the preseason, and they scrambled and who did they get Bradford from? Gotcha, John. Who'd they get Bradford from? I don't know, but Sam Bradford basically stole from every team that he so-called
Right.
played for, because I don't think the guy ever played a full season.
Right.
Talented. What do you got, Zach?
Rams, I believe.
Well, yeah, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Was that during? That was shortly after Warner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I remember right.
So I mean, they were scrambling to find a quarterback to replace Bridgewater,
Right.
who, is still a serviceable quarterback. Is he a starter? If he, I mean, he did good for New Orleans last year, 5-0 or whatever
Right.
he went. So did a good job there. But yeah. The Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
I'm not sold on Cousins.
No. I mean, I think he has a bit more of a fiery attitude than Keenum, but they're basically the same quarterback, just different.
Yeah.
Different up top.
Right.
Aha. Good call, Z-Dub. But yeah, and just seeing some of the reaction from like around the league,
right,
just about us getting Peyton was, overall positive. Well,
yeah,
positive.
even yeah, there's been a few other players from different teams saying, yeah, Denver kind of knocked that one out of the park. So
yeah,
we'll see. Cross my fingers. Take it, Terry.
He has a tendency to bring in better quarterbacks and not draft quarterbacks since 2006. Okay. So they picked that one dude in like the 3rd or 4th round.
Right.
John, you put it up there this morning. I saw it, but I didn't. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, if he's going to bring a quarterback in, it's probably going to be a veteran.
Yeah.
And that's why I just kind of threw out, because Sam Darnold is almost a veteran. Been in the league.
Yeah.
And the Jets may very well just release him completely.
Right.
Yeah.
I think if he gets released and they don't see anything in the late round in the draft that can push Drew Lock, I think he's almost the best bet because he's still talented enough.
Well, I like Darnold. I'm not saying he's horrible. I just don't want to give up that much draft capital to bring the boy in when all he's there to do is push Drew Lock. When you
I'm saying if the new regime in New York totally gets off of Sam Darnold and he's a free agent.
Right. Oh yeah, without the trade. Yeah, then kick him loose altogether.
If they kick him loose.
Yeah, but he might demand a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Because he's not exactly Ryan Leaf.
So
he could he could demand upwards and around 11 to 15 million a year.
I don't know about that, bro.
Well, I guess you're right. Who was the one player that got kicked from Arizona and brought over to was it the Jets?
Josh Rosen got traded to the Dolphins for like a second-round pick.
For a second-round pick. Yeah. So are we facing the Josh Rosen situation? I think Darnold's better than Rosen, though.
Yeah, but I still don't think I'd give up a second-round pick for him. I think if we get him, if the Giants cut him,
right?
I think he's worth taking a shot on. For Jets.
So, but let me ask you a question though: who's the biggest needy team out there for a quarterback right now?
San Francisco. we'll see after today.
Right.
A couple hours here if LA needs one, the Rams.
I mean, a lot of teams. I mean, and I'm not talking the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Jets. We already know they're quarterback needy, but we're talking teams that think they're almost there. You know, who do you got on your radar? I think the New England Patriots may look at them.
Yeah.
Because I think they were a couple steps away from being a really bad injured team with a horrible Cam Newton to almost making the postseason. And so I think Darnold, just hindsight's 2020, and I hate the Patriots. I'm not going to deny it, but I think Darnold would mesh well with Josh McDaniels. So that's kind of my pick there. But it's all speculation. Anyways, John Presley, a lot of people fitness quarterbacks in the mock draft when they haven't even declared yet. They got till Monday to do it, like Ohio State.
Okay, Justin Fields.
Fields?
Yeah.
To declare. That's for declaring, right?
Yeah. Yeah, declaring for the draft.
Yeah, I think one of the quarterbacks out there even said they may go back for their final season in college. I can't remember which one it was. Well, it might have been Fields. That name's ringing a bell.
I think that's maybe because Urban Meyer got hired in Jacksonville.
Urban Meyer only took that job because he knows he's getting Trevor Lawrence.
Well, what if he takes Justin Fields?
He's not going to.
I know. He'd be stupid too.
Word has it on the street that he liked Trevor Lawrence even before Fields was his quarterback. So I'm pretty sure that Urban Meyer took that job up in Jacksonville just because they know what quarterback they're getting right off the bat. Which I'm going to laugh my ass off when he becomes a bust.
It's going to be crazy because I think, like, for a college coach coming into the pros, he's got the first overall pick. I think they got 2 picks in the first or something like that, a couple in the second, and they got like oodles of cap space. So it'll be kind of like almost like a college, as much like a college situation. Right. Because Ohio State, you get the pick or the litter out of all the guys coming out of high school, right?
Right.
What's up, Zach?
I see Lawrence is going to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Have they already said that? No. Prediction?
He's go. Like, come on, man. The guy is the most prototypical NFL quarterback since Andrew Luck.
Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but I haven't seen this much hype for a quarterback since Jamarcus Russell. For any of you Raider fans out there that want to bash on us Broncos, you always had Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah.
So, and that's the type
I'll take Paxton Lynch over Jamarcus Russell.
I would too.
The only reason he said he took the job is because he knew Trevor Lawrence was going to be their quarterback. Yeah, definitely.
I believe that is 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Good call, Biggie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andrew Luck, definitely.
At least Andrew was good.
For a while.
Wasn't worrying about how many hoes he could fit in his hot tub. You ought to read that story on Jamarcus Russell. It's funny.
Oh, boy.
So since when have we seen what Peyton can do in the draft? Pedigrees. Well, okay, we're back to this question here. The leaps. I think it'll be leaps and bound different, to be honest with you.
I think it'll be steps.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it'll be leaps. Because now we had John Elway doing the final say, and hopefully it's going to be Peyton here. And really, I think we're going to go from being like, let me be honest with you. I love KJ Hamler, but I don't think he should have been picked right after Jerry Jeudy.
No.
Okay,
No.
and that was a reckless pick in my opinion.
Mhm.
And so I think yes, and especially in the draft. I don't know about free agency. Elway was really good in free agency for the most part, but I think
Yeah.
at least in the draft, I think we will see leaps and bounds difference. I think it'll be night and day difference. What you might think we're picking in the draft, he may go a complete opposite way. You'll be like, oh my god, that was brilliant.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Well, it seems to me like he's coming in focused on the traits that Elway started to go to after
Right,
the 17-18 draft. We drafted like the high ceiling guys, but like basement
right,
bottom floor guys,
right,
character, whatever issues they had.
right,
And then like the last couple of years, it's like, yeah, he might not be the most talented, but hey man, he's a teammate. He's a team player.
right,
He comes to work. He does his job. Doesn't
right.
complain. And it seems like that's the kind of mentality that he's going to push, like keep pushing forward. So
Oh, I'm sure.
that kind of gives me hope. Plus, like just reading what guys have said, like he's just a tremendous talent evaluator. So
Right, right. And how good is he at evaluating talent? I mean, is it going to be him evaluate? I know he will evaluate, but I'm more interested to see how our scouts that are on the team, how they evaluate.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
I don't even know.
apparently
I'm sorry, I'm a horrible Bronco fan because I don't even know who our scout is.
head scout. Our head scout was the guy who interviewed for the job. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. But he was our head pro scout, I believe.
Okay.
I think just everywhere, like everything that I've seen and read, he watches a ton of tape.
Dang.
I cannot see John Elway watching that much tape on players,
No.
to tell you the truth. I think he relied more on the coaching staff or the scouting
Right.
staff.
And to be
And
honest, Elway's own quote was, I know defense. I was a quarterback. So he went off a gut instinct.
yeah,
Yeah.
whereas like Peyton is like a tape guru, which
Right. He's evaluating everybody.
yeah. Well, just to his comment about like poaching practice squad players,
Right.
like Elway, like we've done pretty good at poaching a few guys here and there.
Sure. Sure.
But if he can get a winner off a practice squad,
Right.
undrafted free agents, we've done okay there too.
I think we've done more than okay with undrafted free agents.
Yeah.
I think we're like kind of number one in the league with starters that were undrafted free agents.
Probably, yeah, for the last 10 years anyways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at Rod Smith. Look at Chris Harris Jr. Look at Philip Lindsay. I mean, those are just the top ones that come to my head, but there's been so many others. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think at one point in time, one of our running backs, who was it? Orlandis Gary. I think he was a UPS driver.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember hearing about that. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
it's all about, the player evaluation. And I think you're right, Terry. Mentality plays a lot into it. Is he going to be a team player? He may not be the best of the best, but the best of the best are sometimes so arrogant that they trip over their own feet. So you gotta weigh everything in.
Yeah. Like even a guy like Josie Jewell.
Right.
Is he the best inside linebacker? No.
But damn, that kid plays with heart.
Yeah. He shows up. He on defense, it's a little bit easier to have the effort instead of skill.
Right.
Offense, you need skill. Defense, you need effort.
Right. And I'll tell you, Josie Jewell is he's Bill Romanowski 2.0. Man, when he lays out a player, it's like, oh my God, is he going to get up?
he's coming like if Sternad comes back healthy and he proves he can actually be like the cover linebacker,
Right.
and we can use AJ and Juicy or Jewel just to fill the holes.
Right.
Safety does the talk shows with Cecil. Who's he talking about?
I don't know. Sorry, Biggie. Give us a little bit more info there, buddy.
Yeah. Trying to think.
I don't know. He'll fill us in. He always does.
Yeah. Sure.
That's what we love about Biggie.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Let's talk about the afternoon game, LA Rams versus Green Bay.
Zach, who do you got? We'll start with you, buddy.
I see Green Bay because Cup is out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cuba Kill.
That definitely.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, like that. Well, their running back went off against Seattle last week. But yeah, Cooper Kupp going out is definitely hurting that short pass, that third and long, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7.
Right.
Because he was their guy for that.
Right.
Like, who do they got for tight end?
Nick Ferguson was
Aha.
undrafted.
There
Okay.
we go.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, bro.
Terry, who you got?
I got Green Bay. Goff's practicing with gloves on. Doesn't have Cooper Kupp.
Right.
It's not. Well, I think they said it like rained, had sleet and rain last night. It's freaking cold in Green Bay.
Right. And Green Bay is Green Bay.
Yeah, that dude's got 3 pins in his thumb.
Damn.
Yeah. So I think it's Green Bay. I think LA might keep it close if they can get a lot of pressure on Rodgers.
Right.
And if Ramsey can lock down Devontae Adams, maybe.
Right. Well, you got. Oh, goodness gracious. He must have a loose dog somewhere. That's okay. My dog's got loose on the other pod.
Who do you have, Duke?
Well, everybody's going to have to get used to this. This is going to be my politically correct pick. So we have the Los Angeles Rams, and the Rams is a majestic beast, especially our mountain Rams. They are huge and powerful, beautiful, beautiful beast. And, they help the ecological system. If it wasn't for them, the grass would be overgrown in the mountains, maybe more fires, who knows? And then you have them placed up against the meanie Green Bay Packers, who like to cut cheese and animals up for a living. So my politically correct pick has to go to the Los Angeles Rams. That's my choice. Hey, I love my politically correct picks. I think they're funny as hell because so far not a one of them have come true. So it's been a politically incorrect pick every time. Oh, Aaron Darnold. Looks like he's going to be questionable. Crap. Maybe I shouldn't have made that pick, but I did. So I got to stick my stamp on it. Yeah, if Aaron Darnold's, if Donald's out, yeah, that's no bueno for the Rams. Who knows? You know, it could be one of those ones where that could be a make or breaker if he's out. You know, who knows? Welcome back, Terry. We missed
Hey.
you.
Yeah, I missed you guys too. I saw Sean McVay saying Aaron Donald's a full go today.
Okay. Well, you may have missed it, Terry, but I gave my politically correct pick, and of course, it's the Rams. So, and I went back and looked, and so far, all of my politically correct picks have been wrong. And so that pretty much tells you if you pick the Packers, you're good to go.
Yeah, so that means my pick's good then. Good.
Yeah, your pick's good. Although I did pick the Rams over Seattle, and nobody believed me, but it happened. So,
hey,
right.
KP said he'd mortgage his house on Seattle, blowing out the Rams. So
I should have taken him up on it when I had the chance.
Me too, man. He's got a nice pool in the backyard.
God, he has an awesome pool. He's got a beautiful house, man. There you go, Terry. You go, take that one there.
Okay. They just showed the rib protection where he's wearing the pads and they're modified. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been watching Fox. I just had it on the NFL. So we got
Gotcha.
Baltimore and Buffalo. This one is juicy, man.
Man, you have a head pick and then you have a heart pick. You know, and I know where my heart is, but I know where my head is. So I'll see if it matches up with you guys here.
I thought it was supposed to snow today in Buffalo, but now it's not. And I thought the snow would actually, even though Lamar Jackson never played a snow game, I think he's heard him say he's never played in the snow. I think it would, the snow would help Baltimore more because of their running game. I think just a bit cold and windy, Josh Allen's going to hit up Measley Beasley and Stephon Diggs.
Right.
Can Buffalo stop the run?
Right.
What's up, Zach?
My head and heart are both for Buffalo.
And this is why we're brothers.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Zach, you picked the Rams against Buffalo earlier this year. Remember, you were cursing and swearing about it because you thought you were going to win the pool that week.
That's right. He's like, shucks. Hey, I'm right there with you. My head and heart are both with Buffalo. I have absolutely no feelings for Baltimore whatsoever. Those cocky little assholes. As far as I'm concerned, I hope it's another blowout game for Buffalo. Terry, what you got?
I am gonna take Buffalo.
Wow, all three for Buff. Me too, Big E. Me too. Well, that's 4. We're up to 4 for Buffalo here. Gosh. John, I'm calling it now. If Buffalo gets past Baltimore, they'll beat Kansas City in the championship game to go through to the Super Bowl. You know, I believe, and I know Buffalo lost to KC earlier in the year, and it was actually kind of a close game. They caught fire later on to where they were scoring 40, 50 points, almost 60 in one game. I do believe Baltimore is their biggest roadblock right now to the Super Bowl, not Kansas City. So I'm right there with you, the Big E. But that's for a prediction for when that game actually, if it takes place. So I think we got it. Buffalo, you guys, Green Bay, me, the Rams. Yeah.
Cleveland and KC.
Is it
Duke.
is it a no-brainer?
I honestly, well, Cleveland's definitely going to cover. Like everybody's got Kansas City favored by 10 points.
I can see that.
What's up, Zach?
Come on, Cleveland, damn it.
Yeah, absolutely. Shake and bake.
F you, Casey. F you, Casey.
We need some shake and bake, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm
We
right
gotta-
there with you. Yep.
I mean, Cleveland apparently has the best offensive line in football.
Right.
They're the third best rushing attack. I think Kansas City's like 21st in defending the run.
Right. So there's some
And
intangibles there. I mean,
they
there
need to
is
run the ball, play action.
right.
If they Pat Mahomes ain't gonna score no points sitting in that big fuzzy coat on the fucking sidelines, right?
Right. No. Right. No.
Keep
Hell
him,
no.
keep him there.
Right.
Keep him on the sideline. Keep the ball in your hands.
Right.
Field goals are okay, but you need touchdowns.
Right. This is one of those. In my head, I know who will probably win, but I'm actually taking the Cleveland Browns in this game. I'm going with my heart in this pick, just because I hate Kansas City that much. I'll
Absolutely.
pick the Browns. I'll lose money on the game and pick the Browns. I'm all right
And
with that.
if Cleveland wins, Nick Wright gets the Buffalo Bills ketchup and mustard treatment on air.
Nice.
I want to see that most.
That would be awesome.
I want to see it. I want to see it this week, not next week after Buffalo beats KC.
Right.
If they win. If KC
Right.
wins.
That's right. So who are you going for, Terry? Did you already say?
Oh, Cleveland. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think you said.
definitely Cleveland.
You going for Cleveland?
I'm rooting for Cleveland.
Rock on.
The late afternoon game.
Right.
Tampa Bay versus New Orleans.
Which is bizarre because New Orleans beat the hell out of Tampa Bay earlier in the year. So here we are with a rematch there. And I'm telling you, rematch games are the worst ones to try to pick because you have that revenge factor. And so for me, I'm taking the Bucks over the Saints.
People say it's like impossible to beat a team 3 times in a season. I don't think
Right.
it is.
So you're taking the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints in a close one. FYTB.
I don't think it'll be close. I think it's going to be a blowout either way.
I can't see blowout. Tampa Bay had to take a timeout to get a field goal the last game they played them, dude.
Revenge factor, bud. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you throw revenge in there. I personally would like to see the Saints win, but my heart's going with TB. Zach, you got your pick in? Go ahead.
This is the third match this year, and I see Saints winning.
All right, 2-1. Saints for you guys, TB for me. We'll see how that one goes.
Well, hey, Grandpa Tom's got to play at night. Doesn't like playing
Yeah.
past his bedtime.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Is
They
he a
don't care
grandpa
to-
now already?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Say he's the same
Not
damn
gonna go
age as
there.
me.
Not going to go there on that one. You know, maybe if they get Tom's avocado ice cream at halftime,
Maybe Keto Tom, Keto Brady. Dang, I don't know, Terry. That's messed up. I hate guacamole. Like,
well, freeze it. It
subscribe,
might be
and
good.
share. Thanks, but no
Absolutely,
thanks.
peeps.
That's right. That's right. I hope you guys enjoy this. We do this because we just enjoy it. We're not looking for any monetary anything. Never even thought about that. We do it because we make ourselves laugh at each other when we're zooming each other. And so we finally decided to bring us to the public so that way you guys can laugh at us as we laugh at us. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's just a blast. It's fun doing it. One day we'll get more people on, like Big E.
Yeah. Get KP on again, Troy. Come on, Big E.
Yep.
What you got to do is click the link, bro.
Click the
What you
link.
got to do.
Anyways, brothers,
Okay.
I enjoyed talking this again. Hopefully everything
Absolutely.
goes good for you guys this weekend and your picks come true. And if you have money on them, you win.
Absolutely. All right. Hey,
All right, brothers. Love you
love
all.
you, Duke. Love you, Zach. Hey,
We know, buddy.
love your Broncos country.
Always and forever. Also, la vista.